butt exercises, glutes, the booty, thighs, all of those things. Today, I'm going to share with you my favorite exercises to sculpt and strengthen and lean, tone and develop and lift and shape and round the booty. Every piece of equipment you can find by clicking the link in the description for this video. Hey guys, I'm Chalene Johnson, and today I'm going to share with you my leg workout. This is something new for me. Until this year, I'd never spent like a whole training session just on my legs. Let's face it, the majority of your muscle is in your lower body. So these exercises have been designed to really target your glutes, your booty, the derriere, the thighs, the hamstrings, adductors, which are inner thigh. What are you looking at? Quads, and really give your whole lower body that great shape. And I think the piece that a lot of people miss, that's where your metabolism starts, in your large muscle groups. So by training and developing your lower body, you're gonna boost your metabolism. And you know what that means? We get to eat more. We get to eat more. So I'm gonna start, let me show you the workout first. Hi, I'm in my home gym. Here's the lineup. This is very fancy. Can you even see it? Wah, wah, wah. I'll explain it later. All right, let's do this. Okay, first exercise is 4 sets of squats, and I'm using Select Tech weights. These are from Nautilus. You can find them by the link in my description. So I'm going to do 4 sets, kind of a standard pyramid, meaning that I'm going to start with more reps and a lighter weight, and then I'll go to a heavier weight and decrease the reps. So here's what I did in today's workout. I did a 20 pounds to start and 20 reps, and then 25 pounds, 15 reps, and then 30 pounds, 10 reps. I love these weights because they don't take up a lot of space and you just dial in the amount of weight that you want. 35 pounds, 8 reps. Obviously, I'm speeding up the exercises to save time, but this is the actual tempo that I use for doing my squats. Now, I share with you the amount of weight that I'm using, but that doesn't mean that's what you should use. Ideally, you want to be lifting so heavy that by the end of the set, you really couldn't do more. So it's really not about the number, it's about how you feel when you finish the set. Next exercise, deadlifts. Again, I'll do 3 sets. The first set, I will do 70 pounds, and I did here 15 reps. Then I went to 80 pounds and did 12 reps. And lastly, I went to 90 pounds and did 8 reps. You could definitely use the Select Techs for the whole thing. I love my Olympic barbell. It makes me feel cool, and I love that I have pink weights. Honestly, I usually will use my Olympic barbell for my deadlifts. And I use these straps so that my hands don't get fatigued. So they're really easy to use. You just kind of wrap them around the bar and then you tighten them kind of like a motorcycle grip, like, you know? And then it just takes all the pressure off my hands and allows me to lift a little heavier. Otherwise, my grip would fatigue before my hamstrings would fatigue. For this exercise, I use what's called the Step High Step, and it's sold with like 4 risers, and then I just bought an extra 4 risers to put underneath it. I don't know if you're supposed to be building it up this high, but it's ideal for a single leg exercise like this one. So what I'm really focusing on is building the glutes. I'm putting all the weight into my heel, stepping up slowly, and then I'm really concentrating on, again, keeping the weight on my heel, my knee so that it doesn't go out over my toe, pushing all the weight through my glutes and hamstrings, and doing a slow, eccentric lowering back down into that starting position. Now, this exercise doesn't just build strength in your glutes and hamstrings. What it does is it builds the strength around your knees. So the quadricep muscles and the stability of the ankle and the knee are developed in an exercise like this, where you're really having to focus on balance. And you'll notice that I'm not dropping my foot down or just stepping down. I'm really trying to control that eccentric or that lowering phase of the contraction. The sandbag I'm using around my neck weighs 20 pounds, and that is a product made by Spry. Of course, again, you can find the link to that in the description to this video. For this exercise, I do 10 step-ups on the right, 10 on the left, and I repeat that 3 times, so a total of 3 sets. I'm sure somebody is going to freak out and write a negative comment about the fact that I'm wearing Nike wedges in this workout, but here's the deal. My Air Max Nikes that I normally wear and lots of other people wear in their workouts, they're like 1.25 inches, almost 1.5 inches. And these Nike wedges, they look like it's a high heel, but it's really not. Frankly, it's just about 1.75 inches. It's no different than a guy putting a mat under his heels so that he can really focus attention on his glutes and hamstrings. So get over it, people. It's not that big of a deal. This exercise, I will do 3 sets. I'm showing you the intermediate version first, where you start with your heels on the ball, and as you draw the ball towards you, you lift your hips simultaneously, and then with each rep, you lower your hips. The more advanced version is keeping your hips elevated the entire time. This looks easy, but it is so incredibly hard. I mean, your hamstrings are screaming by the time you're done. 3 sets, 15 reps, and try to rest no more than 30 seconds between each set. Then I'm going to move on to hamstring kickbacks. Now, I realize unless you're doing this at the gym, most people don't have a cable machine in their home, so you can replicate this exact exercise by using tubing. I'll show you how to do this exercise with an exercise tube or band next, but I have to show you this super cool harness or foot strap that I found for this particular exercise. I've never seen this before. I haven't seen it at the gym, and I found it on Amazon. I've always thought the ankle strap was hard to keep on your ankle, and it didn't really help you target your glutes. This little strap solves that problem. It's like laser focused on your glutes. Here again, I do 3 sets. This time I did 15 reps with a lighter weight, and then moved the weight up a little bit heavier and did 10 reps, and then a little bit heavier and did 8 reps. Okay, but now let me show you a really inexpensive piece of equipment that allows you to simulate that exact exercise. This is a piece of tubing called a Figure 8 Ultra Toner made by Spry. It is amazing. You can put it in your suitcase and talk about targeting the glutes and hamstrings. Okay, at this point my legs are dead and shaking, but we have 1 exercise left. I'm using a Bosu, and I've elevated on top of a set of mats that I have. You could definitely improvise and do this on a footstool or a bench. There's lots of different ways to get this type of range of motion. This exercise targets the top of the glutes as well as your spine. The erector spinae muscles are craving this type of strength and range of motion. I'll do 1 set with just my legs, and then the last 2 sets, 15 reps, I will alternate arms and legs at the same time. Okay, leg day is complete. And here's the 6 exercises that we did. You can take a screenshot of that if you'd like. I'll put it up at the end of the video too. That was hard. My legs are dead. If you have any questions about this workout or requests for future workouts, please be sure to leave me a request or your comments in the comments. And by the way, every piece of equipment that I used, you can find by clicking the link in the description for this video. I'm like starving right now. Yeah, usually I'm like super duper crazy sweaty, and I'm not sweaty today, and I think it's because I was like moving the camera angle around and stuff, which I'm happy that you got to see all the exercises, but there's a little tiny piece of me that feels a little bit bummed because usually I'm like pouring with sweat. I could eat my own arm off. I'm that hungry. Oh, my shirt. In case you couldn't see it. Anyways, I hope you loved it. Let me know what you'd like to see next, and be sure to leave me a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe, 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 subscribe.